Hey guys, so in today's video I wanted to address something that I was talking about with one of my friends last night, and I hadn't really thought about this as a possibility before, but when my friend brought it up it kind of made a little more sense. So I wanted to share my thoughts on it. So what my friend asked me about yesterday was whether or not my experiences with nurse bullying changed my thoughts on wanting to become a nurse. And so I thought that it was a good topic to consider. And like I said, I hadn't really thought about it even having any effect whatsoever on my thoughts on the nursing field or like my plans for the future at all. But honestly, as like the more I thought about it, it made a little more sense as to how my experiences being bullied by different CNAs and nurses affected my view of the nursing field. Now, mind you, I do know that there are good CNAs. I know that there are good nurses who love what they do and they're good at what they do and they treat people right. But if you guys have watched any of my CNA videos, you know that I went through quite a bit at a couple of different facilities in regards to nurse bullying. And so I wanted to let you guys know that I do think it did have an effect on the way that I viewed the nursing field. I don't really think that it affected my choice to stay and pursue nursing or to do what I'm doing now, which is going pre-med, with the goal to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I think that it definitely like changed my view of it, because before I went through those nurse bullying experiences, I didn't really have as negative of a view of nurses. And like I said, before you jump on me, I do know that there are good nurses, and I do know that there are people who actually love their job. They love helping CNAs. They love teaching. But I think that, seeing people who are supposed to be in this really well-respected profession treat people the way that I was treated, it really kind of like turned me off of nursing. And I don't think that that's really helpful for the nursing shortage and everything else. But like I said, I'm doing something that I love. I'm still going into the medical field, just in a different way. And my goal is to never make somebody feel the way that those nurses and CNAs made me feel when I was going through the nurse bullying experience. I think that people need to step back and take a look at how they're making people feel, the way that they're talking to people, because it can definitely turn people off of a profession that needs people that actually care, that needs people that want to do the right thing and want to treat people right and want to be there, helping people. But when you take somebody who has the best intentions and, actually loves what they do and loves taking care of residents or patients, and you mistreat them and they leave, what does that do for the quality of patient care? I mean, you have to think, especially considering everything that we have just been through with COVID, there are probably so many people that have left, not just because of nurse bullying or negative experiences with nurses or coworkers, but because of all of the stress of having to work shorthanded, not just shorthanded in general, but work shorthanded during a pandemic where, you could potentially bring something back to your family. And not saying that you can't bring something back to your family any other time, because when you're working with people who have different medical conditions and illnesses, obviously you can bring something back to your family at any point in time, regardless of whether there's a pandemic or not. But the point of it is, a lot of people saw the realities of our healthcare system because of COVID and everything that came along with it. And I do think, like I said, that dealing with the negative experiences that I dealt with did give me a bitter taste in my mouth for wanting to become a nurse. But at the same time, I wish that I had the ability to make it so that nobody else ever had to go through this like I did ever again, because people don't deserve to be mistreated. You know, at work, you deserve to be able to come in and not feel the stress of, oh my gosh, am I going to have to go through this again today? Are they going to say this about me today? And I know that a lot of it, you're probably saying that you should just let it roll off your shoulders, just let it go in one ear and out the other. But it's hard when you are stuck, like you're stuck at a workplace day in and day out with these same people who are mistreating you and, you know, saying things about you, talking about you, and it becomes difficult to just ignore it. And so while it may not be right that this affected me to that level, it definitely did affect me to that level. And I'm sure that it has affected a lot of other people to that level as well. But let me know if you've experienced nurse bullying. If you have, did it change your view on the profession? Or did you just let it go in one ear and out the other? I wish that I could have done that, but I chose to leave and go to a more productive setting and a more positive setting where I wasn't constantly being bullied and talked about and, you know, mistreated. So anyways, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear them if you're willing to share. And let me know if there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about in the future on my channel. And I will talk to you guys next time.